waitress was awesome and the atmosphere was amazing. I'm going to want to go eat a cheeseburger at that place because my neighbor, first of all, I trust her. And she came over with just totally heartfelt, oh my gosh, it was so delicious. In person or online, it's the same thing. Be interested in other people. Really engage on what's important to them. Because if they look at your conversation as me, I can do this and I did that and I'm earning this much money and look at me and I do whatever, that's boring. And that's what they hear all the time. So, you know, more than anything else, people really love it when you are actually interested in them. It's an authentic, natural behavior for people to want to engage with somebody who truly cares about them. So, you know, for you, when you were interacting with that guy at the coffee shop, he actually understood that, first of all, you're a real person, that you're a speaker also, so you have something in common, but that, you know, he was telling you about his nerves and, you know, it's a big room and all that kind of stuff, and you can really connect with that. And I just think that's important. And so online or offline, it does not matter. Think of something, you know, spend a little time to go through their Facebook page or look at some of their pictures or ask questions, almost like an interview style of, you know, if you are interacting with somebody, for example, a realtor, a great question to ask them to start to get them to talk about themselves is, how long have you been doing that? What did you do before that? What got you interested in that? Why are you passionate about real estate? I promise you, with those 3 questions, they could probably talk about themselves for an hour. And that's totally fine. I would rather listen to someone talk about themselves for an hour. Meanwhile, during that hour, they're building trust in me. And they know that I'm not just waiting for my chance, not listening to anything they say, just waiting for a break for them to take a breath so that I can verbally vomit all over them. If they know that I truly just want to know about you, I'm not waiting to verbal vomit all over you. I'm confident enough in my own business and what I have that I don't need to verbally vomit all over them. And people can sense that. They really can. And that my husband, it was so funny because we actually got a Facebook message the other day. I'm not going to name any names, but we got a Facebook message the other day with hey, Jeremy, how's it going? And we don't really know this person. We're not friends with this person on Facebook, although we know who it is. And he responded back, fine, thanks. And this person, I wish I had a way to show you. It was a wall of text, links, just truly a wall. Like, you have to scroll 5 verbal vomit will kill your business. My husband said that digital vomit is something to be aware of too. And it's true. And that's the biggest thing, is when you're having a conversation with somebody, really look them in the eye, ask them questions about themselves. Don't just wait till they take a breath so that you can, you know, give them your information. Eventually, if you talk to someone about them long enough, they will bring it back and ask you, because it's uncomfortable to talk about yourself for so long. They're going to ask you, so tell me, what do you do? What's that Soalvei logo on your shirt? What's that mean? Is that French? You know, and they'll start a conversation about you too.
Well, I love that. And, you know, Laura, what you're hitting on are really principles. And I hope you guys are taking notes. If you're not, you need to rewind this back and listen to what she just said. Because I have been an executive life coach for many, many years. It started off when I was 18 years old in direct sales, and I was a young girl coaching everyone in my group. We made millions of dollars at a very early age in my network, and I had an incredible team of tens of thousands of people, and had everything money could buy. I was trained by my father. He taught me how to be resilient. That was in a company. We sold water filters, and you had a choice to either buy $5,000 entry or $25,000 entry, not $49, unlimited voice, text, and data. And so one of the things that was very interesting was the fact that that grounded me to know that as a girl, as a young 18, 19-year-old girl, and really I hit my prime in that company when I was about 21, I had to practice talking to people who were smarter than me, who were more professional than me, who had more life skills than me. And I had to learn to present myself with absolute certainty, clearly, as a 19-year-old girl, I couldn't try to talk to a 40-year-old executive and say, hey, here's why you need to listen to me. Instead, I had to say to that 40 age plus executive, do you mind if I get your opinion on something? I'm very passionate about it, and I think I can do this. Would you give me your opinion? So I went with the I need your opinion approach, which at that time really helped me because I didn't have credibility. I didn't have money. I didn't have a track record other than the fact that I was a singer, and I was a good singer. So people knew me as a singer in the market, but I was still just a kid. And but I began to take that season of absolute certainty to drive myself into understanding how to language things and how to listen for what people need and say. And eventually, obviously, working with Zig Ziglar for 12 years, I eventually became a life coach and did that for many, many years, where the whole key to life coaching, and Laura just nailed on some of very key principles. Key of life coaching is being able to defrag people's pain spots without telling them you have issues. You want them to come to you and say, here's my challenge, I need a solution. And then with the right questions, you lead them into making a decision without you ever having to tell them to. So one of the key things, and you need to write this down, that I always encourage folks is, number one is seek to understand, not be understood. That's a very important one. Seek to understand, and she was saying very much like Dale Carnegie, it's more important for you to hear them than for them to hear you. Now that email that Laura's talking about, somebody said, hey, how you guys doing? And the next thing you know, they were seeking to be understood. They wanted to be heard. So that long email was like a megaphone going, look, follow me. You don't want to do that. Instead, you want to create the conversation that says, that's fantastic. Well, tell me a little bit more about that. Get them to talk again. Well, I'm spending, $300, $400 a month. What would you do with that money? If that money, if you didn't have to spend $400 a month anymore, I hear you. I mean, that's, pitiful. I even know people still spend that kind of money. But if you didn't have to spend that, what would you do with that money? Oh my word, my family has not been on a vacation in 4 years. Really? I don't know if you know what I'm doing right now, but it might be a solution for you. Can I send you a video? I'm still not pushing. I'm still looking for a way that maybe this could be something for you. Take a look at it. I'll call you back because I know it's been a big deal to my family, but I'm not coming at it pitchy. I'm coming at it because they just opened up to me an area of pain. Maybe it was the fact that they don't get good cell coverage. Well, that's just straight up mobile service. But don't go, oh my gosh, I got Soalvei. Have you heard about it? It's on a 4G network. Totally different approach than going and leading from the heart. Okay, so Laura, once we get into that and listen, ask the right questions, once we get them to that place where they say, yeah, I'll watch the video, how do we get them through that funnel? Because that funnel can be a 3-week, 4-week process. It can even be a 6-month process. I've watched you load your funnel over the last few months, and you got some great things popping out right now. Tell us, what are you doing in the process while you're waiting for that to take place, and how are you trickling on them to get them finally to make the, aha, I'm ready to get started?
Yeah, and it's a lot of it is consistency. While they're in that funnel, wherever the funnel is, when you touch base with them, I think it's really important that you've got to get over thinking that you're bothering people. That was, for me, that was a huge hang up for me when I first started all this 15 years ago. I always felt like, oh, I don't want to bother them. They'll sign up on their own when they're ready, magically. And I really I cared so much that I really didn't want to bother them. I really thought I was going to be seen as pushy by following up. And someone early on when I was in direct sales, it was a home party business that I did, and it was a woman who said she wanted to book a party. This has nothing to do with Soalvei, but I'm using it as an example. She said she wanted to book a party with me, and I really needed more parties, right? So similar to I need more trios. But she said, I'm really excited. My friends are going to love this. I really want to book a party. Please, just give me some time. I need to sort stuff out. Well, to me, that was telling me, well, if she really wanted to book a party, she would have done that right then and there, right? It's just putting a date on the calendar. So I completely well, I don't want to bother her. I don't want to keep calling her. I don't want, it's 6 o'clock where she is. It's going to be, interrupting dinner. I kept thinking, oh, I don't want to, interrupt anything or be a burden. So I literally just said, well, if she wants to book a party, she'll call me. So it was about 4 months later, and I got a beating from this person. She was mad. She was very angry with me, and it turns out that she really did want to host a party, but she literally had such a busy life that she forgot to book, that she needed to book in advance. So by the time she called me, my date wasn't available anymore. But that was the date she had already told her friends. And the moral of this story is that if they have told you that they're interested, or if they have asked you, yeah, keep me in the loop, yeah, I'll watch the video, yeah, I'll get in your funnel, or whatever, you're doing them a favor. Because look, there is a busy world out there, and people are so swamped with all kinds of stuff on their calendar already. I consider it a favor when I'm reminding them of something that they told me they wanted. I'm doing them a favor. So first of all, it's just a mindset. You've got to get over thinking that you're being a bother, or that you're going to be seen as pushy, because you've just got to get over that. You're doing them a favor. You're just saving them money. It's like the newspaper person putting the Sunday paper in your yard every single week. Whether you clip the coupons or not, that'll save you money. It's their job to keep putting it out there every single week without fail, same time. Whether you choose to bring it in and actually use it, or choose to bring it right in and throw it in the trash can, that decision is up to you. But their job is to bring it to you every single week. Your job is to bring Soalvei to them and consistently follow up, just touches, just little sprinkles. Hey, what's going on? Just wanted to check in on you, see if you're ready to set up your Soalvei account. That's all I say. You don't need to go on and on about all the details. So when I follow up with people, generally I'm talking to them about them. But if I need to ask them, if it comes to the point where I feel like I need to say, if you told me you were going to sign up on May 1st, then on May 1st, I will literally send you a message and I'll say, are you ready to set up your Soalvei account? Let me know when you're ready. My phone number is blah, blah, blah. I've got time later this afternoon. I'm happy to walk you through it. It takes less than 10 minutes. That's all. I think the confused mind says no. And so that's another thing that I've been trying to teach people, and even myself, because we get so excited about stuff that we tend to go on and on about stuff. And but if you're overwhelming people with all this information of, okay, now be sure you have this and make sure you have that, and remember the trios and 40% roll and the pay path plan, and you can get stock options, and oh my gosh, don't forget to register for Vegas, and all this stuff before they even sign up. If they're confused, they're going to tell you no, or they're going to think it's hard. They're going to think it's hard to do, which then they're not going to do it. They're going to think that they have to know everything, which they're not going to want to do that either. You want to make sure that they understand this is like clipping a coupon. You sign up with Soalvei, you put your SIM card in the phone, and it's like magic, you start saving money. It really is that simple. It's us that makes it too complicated, and we turn people off by that. So it's just keeping it consistent. My brand, I'm not out there promoting a million other things. I'm not making it look difficult, and I'm staying consistent with that message the whole way time. And I think it's just attracting people who want something simple and fun. I'm keeping it fun.
And a couple things you just mentioned that I think are real important is you've been very, very focused with your brand. Folks are always saying, Stacy, what do you feel is the difference? For me personally, for Laura, for some of the folks, Ricardo, Gloria, when I look at the folks that are having the best results in sign up and conversion, when I say conversion, I don't mean people opting into your system. I always hear people saying, I get 200 conversions a week. And then I'll look at their numbers and go, then you'd be on the leaderboard, but they're not. So what they're meaning is 200 people are coming into my system. What pays you though is how many members are signing up. And so there is a knack to knowing how to do that. Well, it's very, very important that as you're looking at that and you're looking at working with people, that you work them through to a place of conversion into the system. And Laura just said something that I think is very interesting, is that she just continues to follow up. She said this on stage when I brought her up. She said, follow up until they tell you to shut up. And what she means by that is, it takes 8 to 12 touches to actually move somebody to a place to conversion on average online, especially if they don't really know you. So how do you continue to follow up? Well, you certainly don't keep sending canned responses out of Outreach Manager. You continue to send videos, and if you'll look, you can literally start off with the What is Soalvei video and then just work your way down through that video list. People are telling me, well, how do you keep track of it? Well, one of the ways is inside of Outreach Manager is a place for notes. Just put on there, sent mobile service video. Then you go to the next one and go, oh, the next one is earn and share. Sent, earn and share. So every time, and you see them opening it, that's good. If they open it, you see a one little purple leader. If they open it and watch a majority of it, there's going to be 2 purple leaders. And if they open it, watch the video, and opt to click on something else, you're going to get a triple leader. And that means that they're really interested. Just keep following up and make sure that you're conversational with them. Don't go, oh, hey, I want to tell you about $49 unlimited voice tech. Remember, that is, as Laura has so politely explained it, verbal vomit. And no one wants that. I think it's also important, too, that once you get them to that place where they're going, do I get started? There's a few things that you can say, and we'll do this in closing. There's a few things that you can say and do that may just help them get over the edge of, okay, let's get started. In the back of their head, maybe, ooh, I'm in contract. I'm really trying to, I know I've got about $200 to pay out that contract. I don't have that kind of money. So number one, what do you do when people are in contract? First thing you can do is you can encourage them. That's no problem. So they obviously thought of that. And one thing that you can do is simply pay that termination fee and begin to share trios. And I'm going to help you immediately. We're going to go out there. We're going to try to get that first trio. That would be $20 every month coming in. So over the long haul, not only will you be able to pay that off, but it'll actually pay you in the long run. So one, you can pay off the termination fee. The number 2 thing is that you can actually contact that provider, depending upon who the provider is, and you can reduce that bill down to sometimes $10 a month. You can go for just a text only on that particular plan. If it's $10, $29, whatever it is, call them and lower your payment to the absolute lowest payment, and then take that SIM card out of that phone, stick it in a drawer even if you don't use it. If you're going to use your own phone, when your SIM card comes with Soalvei, activate it, put it in your phone. $49 a month plus that little $10 or $29, whatever is in the drawer, is still usually less than what they're currently spending, and they've got a profit center on top of it. So encouraging them with the right information to make that decision. Another thing you can say is, hey, listen, I really want you to get started, and if you'll get started this month, I just want to show you that I'm going to be all for you in getting this process started, and I'm going to send you 3 SIM cards to help us get you your first trio. Now, is that worth it for you? You better believe it. 3 SIM cards is going to just cost you a little bit of money one time, but if they sign up a trio with that SIM card, that's going to pay you repetitively. So that's very, very important to think about. What is your expenditure for them as well as the return? And here's a little tip of advice. The top performing recruiters all carry SIM cards because we're activating people live on the spot. We're making sure we get people right in the system so they don't have to wait. So there's some things. Laura, let me throw it back at you. Tell us, you've got somebody, they're interested, they've watched 7 videos. What can they say or do to go ahead and complete that process and get them into as a member?
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that, because this actually happened to me just recently. I have a woman that I've been literally following up with since August. Okay, persistence. And I've been doing it in a way where I'm just her friend, just checking in. I will send messages, hey, just wanted to check in with you, see if you had any questions. It does not have to be a whole long diatribe. You're just wanting to feel it. You're just wanting to put your name back in the front of their mind, to let them know. A lot of times I just send a message saying, hey, I was just thinking about you, just wanted to check in, hope you're having a great week. It doesn't even have to say anything about Soalvei. But consistently following up like that. And you said something really, really important that I think is a key, is that when someone is really holding off and they're still on that fence, and they've been on the fence for a really long time, obviously they've got something that's hanging them up. There's always something. So you can absolutely be a friend and not be seen as being pushy if you just try and ask them something like, hey, I know you were really excited about this. Okay, that's validating the fact that they told you they were excited about it. So I remember that you said to me that you were really excited about this. You're really excited about saving money or whatever that they were, touching base on. Remind them of what they said. So I know you were really excited about this because it's going to save you guys a lot of money. I want to help you do that. I want to give you something. Do you have any questions, or do you have any stumbling blocks? Is there anything in your way right now that I could help you with? Every single time I've said that to somebody, they've always come back with a real valid question. Contract. And I'm very to the point. I'm very matter of fact when they talk to me about like the contract thing of, absolutely, a lot of people are in contracts. It's just one of those things that here in the United States, it seems like everybody's in a contract. So here's a couple of options for you. When you lay it out like that, if you've got a choice, A, B, or C, they're going to usually choose one of those. And if they don't, I've had a couple people that say, you know what, I can't afford to get out of my contract. Importing a number is really important to me, so I can't do option number 2 of getting a new number and putting the SIM card in a drawer. So I think I just need to wait. Look, when you have somebody that's still in your funnel like that is still waiting because they have a real valid obstacle in front of them where for them, it's not going to work right now, say absolutely no problem. You know what? Do you want me to keep you in the loop of when something exciting happens that you might want to know about? Leave them with the feeling of that they want to tell you yes, because they don't want to turn you down either. They don't want to say no to you either. So I always say, you may keep you in the loop. Absolutely, I'd love to stay in the loop. Great, I'll keep you posted. If anything comes up or any exciting news from regional or whatever comes out, I'll always keep you in the loop. You let me know when things change, and I'll keep you posted on the exciting stuff. During that time, of course, I'm keeping them posted of, oh my gosh, I just got back from Orlando and you're never going to believe this. This is so awesome, because you never know. Something majorly exciting like that may just make it possible where they'll hold a garage sale to get out of their contract. There's always something. But in the meantime, in between all that exciting stuff, build a relationship with them. Become their friend. Because you're going to need people to sign up 9 months from now too. But here's the thing, and this is what I want everybody to take away from this. While you're following up with people over here and constantly poking the funnel and just cultivating those relationships, don't forget to fill your funnel with more people from over here. Because if you spend all your time chasing the people over here and forgetting that there are another 300 million people who use cell phones over here, you're facing the wrong direction. So face this way and go get new people always in your funnel all the time, every single day. That is your goal. Your goal is not to get a trio a week. Your goal is to talk to new people and fill your funnel with like 12 people a week. Because if you do that on a consistent basis over here is going to be a no-brainer. They're going to always just pile right in. Somebody asked me that after you dragged me up on stage in Orlando. Somebody asked me that of, oh my gosh, you signed up 10 people in 1 week. How many people did you have to talk to that week to get 10 people to actually sign up? I didn't do anything different than I'm doing every single day. Just cultivating those relationships on a daily basis consistently. It just happened that over time, those 10 people were ready that week. And I was there, I was prepared. I always have SIM cards. I'm always ready.
Hello, this is John Slisby. Can I help you?
They've been waiting for like 6 months, right, to sign up, but they need to sign up right now in the next 15 minutes. I'm ready, just like that every single time. So
that is incredible. Laura, that constant cultivation, and you said something real quick before we close out here, you said something about, well, some people might even do a garage sale in order to pay off. My mom, Donna Wirch, you guys know her as Ryan Wirch's mom. She didn't want to have a handout when I brought her on as one of my original 12. She didn't want anybody to pay for it. Back then, we had to pay a $49 activation, $49 a month, $29 SIM card fee, and a $650 phone.
And a phone, yeah.
My mom held a garage sale, and on she used a Craigslist as well. She sold items in order to have, that was about, I think it came to over $800 to get started. In order to have that money, she didn't want Ryan, she didn't want me, she didn't want anybody. She wanted her story to be, I did whatever I had to do to get started because I realized this was a chance. And you know what? That's where you need to be right now. Maybe you've got some things that have been holding you back, and maybe you've been trying to figure out, how can I get the extra money to, get the computer I need, or to be able to get a phone that I can really do this business, or maybe to get your business cards, or maybe you do need to get out of contract. You're watching this because you're just watching. There are times in life where you've got to take on the mentality that I will not let anything stop me. I'm going to be a part of the revolution, and even if I have to go to a bake sale or a lemonade stand, I am going to do this, and I'm going to be one of those people like Laura, that I might start off the underdog, I'm going to end up on top. And that is what I love about this Google Hangout, is that we are showing you that no matter who you are, where you come from, you have the opportunity. Don't let yesterday be your excuse for tomorrow. Don't let someone else's opinion of you become your future. Choose today that you're going to begin. Let this be your day one. Do whatever you have to do to take all out massive action. Follow up with people. Create relationships. Talk to them like you really care. Don't treat them like a number. Seek to understand them. Don't seek to have them understand you and your business. And I really do believe that you are going to begin to see, as you continue to fill that funnel, work that funnel, and always focus forward, that you will see that it's just a matter of time that Soalvei is going to create a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for you. Laura, thank you so much for being my guest today and my co-host. We're going to begin. Again, we'll invite other people in. I just wanted to keep it close with you and I today, and let folks into our heart and some of the things that are working for us. We encourage you right now, as we sign off, to go ahead and go online to facebook.com/groups/Empowered Living Network Live. We're going to be in there for the next 30 minutes, and we will be answering your questions and finding out what it is that you need right now in order to truly take your business to the next level. On behalf of Laura and the Boom team, my name is Stacy Wallace, and I want you to know that now is the time. This is the place, and you are the one to start your revolution. Again, thank you so much, and we're both believing the best for you. Goodbye, everyone.